Hey there, XLs. How's it going? Zot here, and I got an update for you guys on the charge stacking Cold Snap of Power Trickster. I got to level 93 and I made a few upgrades for both damage and defense. But here, let's run a quick map and I'll talk about the build. So the core concept behind this character was I wanted a fast, uh, self-cast character with kind of basically screen wide clear that could aim. I leveled this as brands and was originally gonna make it a brand character, but I kind of dislike how without explosions or anything like that, brands really they just they lack clearing, and I wanted a snappy, clear, explode kind of build. So this is great because I really liked Impending Doom, and the skill basically functions the same way with Awakened Spell Cascade. With correct positioning, you'll get 3 overlaps. I haven't done extensive testing yet, but maybe with enough AoE you could get 4. I don't know. It doesn't really seem to affect the spacing that much, really just the radius of the explosion, so who knows, that could be cool. But yeah, this build is pretty cool. There's a lot of really great synergy with charms, charge stacking, and of course the Ralicast boost, which I'm shamelessly using. But in the meantime, let's just run this guy really quick. Okay, not the fastest kill, but it was pretty safe. Alright, so let's take a look at the tree. I have still not gone for clusters yet. I am a trickster, and I might be maybe going a little bit overboard, but I do kind of get benefit from all these different masteries. So it's kind of a goofy pathing here, but this 25% chance to open chests when you cast a spell is like the most insanely nice quality of life thing. Like I farmed legions on a Deadeye last league and almost gave myself carpal tunnel clicking so much. But now if you do that with this, you just run around and cast and all the boxes open. Same thing with expedition, strong boxes. I don't. It's amazing. I love it. It's going to be in all my builds from now on. Then it's Iron Mat. It's a pretty, stock standard power charge kind of tree. I could technically save a few points if I anointed this one and traveled over here, but I'm just not worrying about that for now. I snagged these bomb specialist flesh and flame jewels. These are the ones that give you 20% chance to avoid 50% of the damage, then 20% chance to do 50% more. But what's cool is that actually stacks with Soul of Solaris. So between both of these and then one of my charms here, I have 49% chance to take 50% less area damage from hits. And then that is on top of suppression, which I'm not capped, but I think I'm over 60% with lucky, so it's okay. But I still need to finish crafting my helm, and my chest is pretty bad as well. And my gloves don't have suppression either. But once I finish crafting my gear, that shouldn't be too bad. We're at around 500% crit multiplier. Yeah, 512, maybe closer to 530 against uniques. So that's pretty great. We are using a flat damage hatred watcher's eye just because the skill scales so well with flat damage, and I have so many more multipliers, especially with like inner conviction and then increased damage and then my charges and all that. So I have so much like percent increased and more. Adding flat is actually a really big scaler. So right now I just have crafted flat on rings. Eventually I'll try to get unveiled. But the dream would be implicit cold damage per frenzy charge rings, crafted with horror essences, and then unveiled flat damage. So that's gonna be like my long-term crafting project. Maybe I might only make one and then just get a Calandra ring because I can't be bothered crafting two. But I guess we'll have to see. Let's see. You can't use the +2 shield because it every time because like you spend charges to get the skill to use the skill, right? So whenever you would get to max, the shield would delete all of your charges, and you'd have to build them back up again. So you really couldn't sustain against bosses. but I think this is a pretty good option. I mean, obviously, if you could get a ES base one, then you could get like spell damage or +1 levels on it. But for now, this is just use the evasion base is helpful for capturing suppress and resist and all that stuff. Um, yeah, we're 96% crit in hideout, 75 all res including chaos, and we got pretty decent evasion and a taste of hate on top of that. So build's decently tanky. I have other charms I can swap to for crit immunity, and then overleech because I'm a trickster. I'm overleeching my energy shield all the time. So this means I basically just can't be stunned while I'm casting and attacking. But yeah, I have some other ones here testing with AOE. Right now I'm using one crit, or no, I'm using 2 crit multi per power charge, and then 1 base crit. If I could get a higher roll, I think that would just put me at 100, which would be awesome. But yeah, in terms of goals for this character, I need to craft this helm better, ideally with loathing essences, and I need to get Fizz taken as fire on both of these as well. That would give me a lot of really help my Fizz survival. It's my weakest point right now. But I think between my evasion, Lunaris, then I also have blind here. So I've got evasion, blind, and after that I got like a 50% chance to take half damage. So overall the survivability feels a lot better, but it remains to be seen the next 2 levels. I might drop all of these points, go up here, and then shift over to clusters. It's probably going to be more efficient. I'm mainly coming down here for stat reasons, and if I can get that fixed on my jewelry and belt, and potentially even my jewel, because I bought this when I was playing Penance, but I don't necessarily need the added Fizz. It's actually kind of annoying, makes it so I can't run Fizz Reflect maps unless I just use this charm and it's fine. But yeah, well, where else are we? So with Badge of the Brotherhood, we're at 9 power charges, so we have 9 frenzy charges. It would be fun to maybe see if I could fit elusive into the build somehow. I don't know, maybe get rid of convocation and put on withering step, but then I lose my blink. I don't know, it's probably not worth it. But overall, really fun build. It's performing basically exactly the way I was hoping it would be. The only downside is, I guess, situations where you can run out of charges, but you can also blink on guys to, get a power charge on crit that way. Oh yeah, my specters. So I'm using the imperfect dark marionettes. Yeah, imperfect dark marionettes. So they revive after being killed, and when you use Guardian's Blessing, they give you an aura. But if you can get it so where they die slightly offset, it gives you 100% uptime. And every now and then they'll like both get killed, and you have to resummon them. But generally just running through, one will get killed first, and then you'll be good to go. I think eventually, it probably would be nice to get like actual specters. I have a couple of these guys, but I would need to make up for zealotry, because zealotry is probably the better option here. I could maybe go for like haste. I went like onslaught and haste from these guys. That'd be pretty crazy, but I don't know. I'm already pretty fast. I've like got 9 charges. But yeah, overall fun build. Stay tuned. Version 3 coming out maybe next week or the week after. I've been working a lot, but it's fun to plug away at this character in the meantime. So stay tuned and see y'all next time. Oh wait, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be in the comments, and keep an eye on Twitch. I do stream there occasionally. Twitch.tv/Sakul. Thank you. Bye.